Good Saturday, everyone. I'm meteorologist Dave Snyder at the National Weather Service with Alaska's statewide weather. Here's a look at the weather map as we see it this afternoon. There's a strong storm out across the southern Bering Sea just south and west of Kuskokwim Bay and moving into Bristol Bay. It's at 967 millibars. It's probably reached its strongest point this afternoon and will gradually weaken this evening, but there's a lot of room between now and then, and there's going to be a lot of effects as a result. A coastal flood advisory continues around the Kuskokwim Delta and the Bristol Bay area. That goes until 4 o'clock. High wind warning start up tonight for south central Alaska, including the Anchorage hillside and Turnagain Arm from 8 o'clock until 5 o'clock Sunday morning. Winds up to 75 miles an hour may gust across some of the higher terrain there in Turnagain Arm. Sustained winds 45 to 65. The peak will be just after midnight. Also looking at wind advisories now through 6 o'clock Monday morning, where gusts upwards of 65 miles per hour. That includes areas around Denali, the northeastern slopes of the eastern Alaska Range, and the upper Kuskokwim Valley out toward McGrath. Flood advisories also in effect for the snow glacier dammed lake. That could affect the Kenai Lake and the upper Kenai River. Another 2 to 4 feet is possible on those river levels there. So we're looking for that to probably crest as we head into Sunday. And high surf advisory is also in effect for the St. Lawrence Island Seacoast and the Bering Strait Coast. So a lot going on around Alaska headed through this afternoon and tonight. As we go into Sunday, low pressure is going to move across the Alaskan Peninsula. Another wave of that also working across the Seward Peninsula. By and large, most of the precipitation we're seeing for the state is rain, except for some of the higher terrain there, but this is a pretty warm setup for us. Heavy rain moving through parts of northern sections of southeast could bring totals upwards of 2 to 5 inches of rainfall there. So some heavy stuff coming your way and across the northern Gulf as well. Low pressure working across the western Aleutians at 971 millibars, trailing the current system across the mainland. So another storm hot on its heels, and some of this tapping into moisture from remnant tropical cyclones across eastern Asia is certainly likely. 978 millibar low there across the western Bering Sea as we head into Monday afternoon. The present storm finally winding down across mainland Alaska. Periods of rain and snow, especially in the morning, across the Brooks Range and the south and north-facing slopes there, and perhaps some snow showers light across the Fairbanks area and high terrain across south central. Otherwise, it's wind and rain for the YK Delta and the Seward Peninsula, for a large part of the Bering Sea and the Alaskan Peninsula, and more periods of heavy rain before it shuts off across southeast. With Alaska's statewide weather, I'm meteorologist Dave Snyder.